Alright, this is the Dreamboard exercise. Quite a few lessons in this one. First, of course, a new document in Microsoft Word is going to be required. Next, I want you to be able to go to the internet, and we're going to be using Google. Now, before you start using Google, I want you to go to Preferences, Safe Search Filtering, use Strict Filtering. So change that, and then hit Save Preferences. Now you're going to be ready to search for whatever images you're looking for. I'll start with something career-wise. Let's say I'll look for something accountant. Now, I don't want text files, I want images. So we're going to click on images here. And now we're going to get images of accountants. Now, here's what you don't do. Do not copy this picture. Right? So copy, and then you would paste, and you'd be thinking, why? What's wrong with copying that picture? What's wrong with copying that picture is when you go to stretch that, it's just a thumbnail. It's not a real picture. So you're going to get poor resolution. It's going to look terrible. You're going to lose lots of marks for that. Don't do that. Instead, find the real picture. So I'm clicking on that link. If it doesn't come up on your page here, if you wait, it probably will. But if it doesn't, just click on this little button that says See Full-Size Image. And there is the full-size image. Now, right-click on that, copy that, and then paste that into your document. And then you can size that. Right? So these are your sizing nodes right here. Okay? Corner, top, right, corner. Always size a picture from the corner. If you do it from the side or the top, you're going to alter the image, all right, in a bad way. You can make this person look a lot fatter than they really are. That's not right. You've just distorted that picture. You don't want to do that just to fill a spot. I see this all the time, and it's wrong. All right, and to the trained eye, people will catch it, and it won't look good. You might get away with it with some nature pictures, but with people or animals, just don't do it. Always size from the corner. Now, on the topic of the picture, when you get this picture in Word, you've got this little, as long as you've got it selected, you got this picture tools thing that's on. Go to Format, and you got your formatting toolbar here. All the things you can do with this picture, and it's amazing all the things we can do to the picture. The first thing you're going to want to do is move the picture, because right now I can't move it. It's stuck. So always go to the dog. Now the dog is a symbol we use for text wrapping. And this has to deal with how it gets along with text. Even though I have no text right now, that thing is locked in. All right, it's top and bottom right now, or in line with text is what it is right now. I typically move it to in front of text. Now that allows me to move this picture anywhere I want on my document. Speaking of the document, you may want your document to be wider than it is tall. That's from page layout, okay, and orientation and landscape. It won't let me go to orientation landscape because this picture is still selected. If I click off the picture, it now allows me to go to orientation landscape. So now this page is on its side. It was a very subtle looking change, but it did change. And now I want to go back. With this selected, this toolbar comes back alive and allows me to go back here. You can also use this crop tool to crop out parts of the image that you don't need. So let's say you don't need that much of that right there. You can crop that out, right? So you can crop out as much or as little as you'd like. When you're done cropping, just turn off the crop button. And now you can go to another task. Other effects, great effects in this new version. One of the more simple effects is a picture border. So you can ask for a nice, big, thick border. And you may want to be consistent. If you're going to put a border on one, put a border on the others and make them all the same color, the same width, the same style. So there are your picture borders with all the colors. Feel free to play, to take a look at what you can do. You got dashes, you got colors. You can spend quite a bit of time right there. I'm just going to undo that for a second, because I want to show you other things. We have picture effects as well. Now, you don't need to click on these. If you just leave your mouse over them for a little bit, you're going to get a display. So your picture on your document will actually show you how it will be affected by this little preset. Some of them don't do much, some of them do quite a bit. So there, it wasn't really adjusting or adopting. It wasn't working that well, the picture effect. Some of them do change right away. So if you want to see what this is going to look like, you may have to click on some of them. Okay, so that just gave it a little shadow right there. Now, of course, if you don't like what it did, just hit undo. So I don't have time in this video to go over everything. That's going to be your job. So here it is giving me a bit of an effect. You may have to just be patient with it and give it some time to show you what it is that would happen. So I'm not clicking here. It's doing it on its own. It's changing the document on its own. It's changing the picture on the document on its own if I'm just patient with it. And some of these are quite neat, some of these picture effects. Now, the third one, picture shape, is pretty exciting because it can take that picture you have and put it into a shape. Now again, it's not giving me a preview, which would be nice. So I'm actually going to have to click here. So now it's taken this picture and it's put it into a pentagon. Very cool stuff. Brand new. This never existed in the last version. You had to go through quite a bit of work in order to make your picture a shape before. Whereas now it's pretty easy. Just find the shape you want, click it, and now your picture is that shape. This is going to allow you a lot of creativity in this little project. If you want to align two pictures, let's say I had another picture and you wanted to make sure they were aligned to one another, you could put your shift key down and now you've got both of them selected, and then you can go to this button, this align button, and you can make sure that they're top aligned to one another. So that's if you want to align two pictures. On another topic, if you're on the internet and they won't allow you to right click and copy this, which some websites don't allow you to do, here's your way around it. Great trick. I use it all the time. It's called print screen. Your button is above your keypad where your numbers are. So above the number 8, two buttons above the number 8 is print screen. When you hit that button, absolutely nothing happens. I just clicked that button, nothing happened. However, when you come back into Word, let's say the document was blank, when I hit paste now, I get absolutely everything that was on my screen. So you can capture anything you have on your screen at any time. And once you've got that, I can of course go to Format, to Picture Tools Format, ask for Crop, and I can crop out everything that I don't want from that picture, which pretty much leaves me with exactly what I wanted in the first place. And then when you turn your crop off, you've got your picture, and then you're back to where you were before. You can size your picture, you can move your picture. You've got all those powers.